everybody, and welcome to Them Wise Girls. I'm your girl, Jada.
And I'm Nellie.
And I'm Lala. Thanks for tuning in.
We want to thank each and every one of you for watching our show. We had a lot of viewers last week, so we just want to thank you guys for watching and listening to everything that we have to say. We say a lot, but we thank you for tuning in because you don't have to. So we just want to send a special thank you to all the people who've been watching Them Wise Girls. So ladies, how did your week go? How you doing?
My week's pretty good. You know, I got vacation coming in. Yay! I'm so excited. School and work is the same thing. It's been pretty boring. I hate to say that, but it's been pretty boring. One of our students, her whole family got corona, so she's been out for 2 weeks. So we only have had 2 students. So it's like I help out, teacher helps out. We have another teacher in our room. So it's about three adults and 2 kids. So it's like we take turns. But that gets pretty boring. So, so this little break is gonna be wonderful. I get to sleep in and not eat at a certain time and not drink coffee at a certain time. So
how long's your break?
Well, we were off. We started Thursday. Our last day was Thursday. Friday was Chinese New Year, which never happened. So we were off on Friday. And tomorrow is
President's Day. Because I'm off.
So practically the world's off tomorrow, but from Tuesday to next Monday, we are off the whole week.
Nice.
And see, I don't have off.
Oh, you work tomorrow?
I have a floating, it's used as a floating holiday. So it's applied for either Thanksgiving holiday, either Black Friday or during Christmas, one of those 2 holidays.
Oh, wow. I'll be thinking about you while I'm sleeping tomorrow morning.
Me too.
Thank you. I would much rather have it when it actually fell because, sometimes you just need that day off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy your week was good. I'm sorry that it was slow and boring.
Yeah.
But you know what? You had a week. So many people don't have a week.
Yeah. And I broke a nail. Don't ask how one nail came off. I know how one nail came off. I don't know how this nail came off. It's okay. I'm going to get them done this Friday. I schedule my appointments every month. So when I go back to her, actually she's leaving to go to her country. So I will be back when she comes back. So I'm going to take a break of these claws.
At least 14 days from when she comes back. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm gotta get that in between time.
I am taking a break. I'm going to be childless fingers for a couple of months because I realize, when you have claws for so long and then when 2 breaks, you're like, ooh, I can use my fingers. So I'm going to take a little break.
That's true. It's something to get used to. How was your week, JD?
Oh, my week was a week. I'm glad it's over. Happy about that. I unfortunately found out one of my students have COVID. So I felt really bad for her. She tested positive. Everybody else in her family did not. So she's just trying to figure out how she got it because she said she doesn't even really go out. So she said probably through deliveries and things of that nature. So, had that. But Thursday was nice because I got to meet with my former supervisor and she just is like our rock at our job, honestly. Like she takes care of us really good. So it was nice being able to talk with her and chat with her about everything that's going on in addition to some of my coworkers as well. So it's nice because you miss being in the office. You miss having that time of seeing people. Whereas when you do everything on Zoom, you don't see people the way you saw them when you would be in the office. So it's different because unless you keep up with people on the outside of work, you don't know what's going on with other people. So there are a few people I do keep up with on everyday basis, or like every other day we're always talking, and there are people I just haven't really spoken to. So to hear that they're doing okay and pushing through was also a good thing. I was happy to be off. I was actually off Friday for Lincoln's birthday, and I'm off tomorrow for President's Day. So I've been off since Friday, which has been very nice. I can't complain, but just a lot of stuff going on, getting into trying to get certain things done and taken care of, because I told y'all they dropped that email about us going back to work in the fall. We just don't know how it's going to look yet. It might look like how it's looking for you, La, going in twice a week and being home the other 3 days. So that's an idea as of now, but we won't know until closer to that time. So we'll see what happens, but I'm glad the week is over. I'm looking forward to a new week, better week this week. Everybody has, you know, that rough week that they go through. It's life, it happens, but I'm thankful to be here and be able to experience life. Some people don't have that option, which is very sad and unfortunate. So, you know, you just take the week as it is. It's a part of life and keep it pushing. And that's what I'm doing. And that's where I'm at currently. So I'm glad to be here with you ladies to chat and talk with you all about our week and what's going on. And that's pretty much it for me. How was your week, La? What was going on with you?
Well, my week was good. I have to tell you guys, you know, exercise is like a roller coaster, so I fell off 5 days off the bandwagon, but I'm gonna get
It
back on.
happens. It's okay.
Terrible. I don't know, for a little bit, for like 2 days, I was like, maybe I have COVID. And I was like, oh, I just feel so bad, so bad. But you know what it is remember, I was shoveling, and lo and
That's
behold,
no good. I told you about doing that.
Yes, it really takes it out of you. And I was like, my stomach, the under part of my stomach was hurting. Like, I felt like I had a hernia. Like, my chest was hurting. I couldn't breathe. I just was so fatigued.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Now I'm finally feeling better. So, but my week was good. I can't complain. Work-wise, it was good. I had no major issues. I've been getting steady work. I like when I'm steadily busy. I don't like when I'm not busy. Then it's like, now I'm all bored and
it drags the day.
Oh, why am I sitting here?
When you have work, you get
I like
the day
when I'm
quicker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now my day is just like breakfast, lunch, snack. It kind of goes, but it's so like, oh, I could be home doing this, but I don't want to be home doing this. So, yeah. Anybody watch the Super Bowl? Did anybody watch the Super Bowl?
So
No,
I'm very upset.
Didn't.
I didn't watch it like you would, Nelly. But I watched the halftime performance by
it was horrible.
They was talking about it. They said it was a horrible performance. I'm glad I didn't watch it.
Horrible. He's not a performer.
No.
He's just
he was
trying. He was trying.
He's just drop songs type of person. He's not a let me put on a concert type person. But I guess to promote his concert, well, I hope he gets some people to come next year that he's going on next year is probably why. But
terrible.
I was never into the weekend like that.
No, me either. And to me, the only thing that really boiled my boogers was when he went on the field. Do you remember a couple years ago when Beyonce took the field?
Beyonce captured the audience.
Okay, Beyonce did the whole field with her ladies, and
that was one of the best. I think
he took the whole field, and they all looked. I was like, bro, let Beyonce have that moment.
Yeah, even with the dancers, he just felt flat.
Yeah, it was, and then the concert, the costumes. I hate it. I knew why they did it because of his whole thing, but I didn't like it. And the game. Okay, you girls know I'm a football fanatic. When we were texting, I was like,
you was like, I gotta go. I'm watching the Super Bowl.
I can't concentrate. I can't watch the game, and so it's just not working. Even regular season games, I have to go in my room, close the door because I have to concentrate. The whole game is rigged. the whole game was over by at least half the
The
quarter.
other team won by a
quarter.
lot of points. I was like, what was the purpose of this?
Their defense was so on point, but the other team, I don't know what they were trying to do. I don't know if they were even trying to play. I felt bad because Tom Brady is just like, that man, and then
He did. He won
He
again.
didn't
I was
play
like,
that
go
much.
ahead, Tom.
he didn't play. I think he played one quarter, and the rest was another quarterback. So it was like, you didn't even do much to do this. So yeah, I was a little salty.
Now he won though. His team won, right?
He
Yeah,
won.
his team
He
won.
did won. He did, but he didn't. If you watch, he didn't really play the whole game. I think he played at least one quarter. He did not play the rest.
But you know what?
Mm.
At least somebody else had the spotlight. Because
At
I even
least.
know his name and I don't even watch football.
At least
I know him
But
from the Patriots. He was with
Yeah,
the
from the
Patriots for a long
Patriots.
time, and then he is now down with Tampa.
he swapped over, but
Mhm.
Let somebody else shine.
somebody else. So please, because I think if they play like that for the Super Bowl game, they will be back for next year. They definitely will be back because their offense and defense was on point. I don't know what the other team was doing. It was like they were trying, and then they kept tackling the other quarterback. It was just like, bro, can he throw the no? Okay, the poor man. So,
Oh,
That team
wow.
fell flat like the guys before.
Very
them.
much so.
very
It was
much so.
horrible.
It was my second one. When I was watching it, I was like, the second quarter, I said, why are we here? The second quarter was like, we're done.
Yeah, it was
Holy
horrible. I
It
didn't
was
watch
so
it, but
bad.
it seemed that way from the news.
It was a good game. It was a good game, but it was just like one team was just like, we on it, and the other one was like, okay, we kind of on it, but we don't really want to do much. It's like my team. Okay, I am a Giants fan. We play like that sometimes. We play like, yes, we on it. Then sometimes it's like, no, not today, not today. I think we have it by now.
Yeah, I used to like the Giants when Cruz was on there, but what team is he with now?
He's retired. He no longer plays.
Oh, wow.
He's retired.
This is injury. He
I
retired.
thought he was coming back.
No, he's done.
Oh,
I
wow.
hope he saved his penties.
Saves of his pennies.
Well,
he
if
did
he
not play
has
for long.
investments and he has,
He does,
ads
he
and
does.
stuff, he's straight. You
He
gotta
should
be,
be
you
straight.
gotta
He should
be
be
straight
straight.
after that. That's
Yeah.
why they get caught up in so much stuff and they do investments. They're out here
Mhm.
promoting Nike and stuff because that's how they make their
Mhm.
money after.
That's how they make their money. Yeah.
A
A
lot
lot
of
of injuries, though.
A
You know,
lot of,
they can't play forever.
Mm-mm.
To hear him
No.
retired, I'm like, but he
If-
just
if-
came on the scene.
If you remember his injury wasn't bad, but if he would have got hurt really, really, he would have been done. Done. But he was able
Poor
to
guy.
play after, I think a year after he was able to play. But after that, after he left the Giants, he went to the Browns. And after that was it for him. That
Oh,
was my baby.
wow.
Okay. That was my baby.
I just like when he get up
Yeah,
there, watch it for that.
that was my baby. But after him and then after Odell, that was it for us.
Oh, wow.
I will always be a Giants team. I will be a Giants fan until the day I die. It's funny because my dad is a Cowboys fan. So
Oh wow.
there's a rivalry every Sunday. It's like, why are you here? Why? Get out. But I love it.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, this week I was watching, I watch Wendy in between students. I'm watching Wendy
Yes.
Williams. So this week, a caller called in and she had a question for Wendy. She was like, I would like to change my first name to Olivia. Well, her actual birth name is Esmeralda, which I think is a really nice name. I think it's different.
Yes.
And she said everybody calls her Cassie, but she says she doesn't like it, which I can understand. If you have a name you really don't like, you don't want to be called it, I get it. So she asked Wendy, do you think I should change my name? And so Wendy said, well, how old are you? And so the girl told her, she said, I'm 23. And Wendy said, just keep the name. You had it this long, you might as well keep it. She was like, why are you going to change your name now at 23 years old? But the girl was like, I really don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather go by Olivia. I feel like it sounds better than Esmeralda. So she was like, I just wanted to change it.
Olivia.
So have you ever thought about changing your first name or your name period? Have you ever thought about changing it to something else? Or do you love your name enough where you was like, that was never a thought that crossed my mind?
I like my name. My name is famous.
This is true.
Coco Chanel. Yes, it is.
Okay, Coco Chanel. Every time somebody says, what's your name? Oh, Chanel number 5. Yes, Chanel number 5. Get it correct. But the only thing I didn't like was when I was growing up at school, because teachers never knew how to say my name. It was either Channel or Chanel. I'm like,
Channel.
Yes, Channel. I've had someone call me Channel on stage. I'm like, no, that's not my name. Chantel. I'm like, that's not my name. There's no T in there. But I never had a thought of changing my name. And I like my nickname, Nelly. So
What about you, La? You ever thought about changing your name?
So I never wanted to change my name per se, but I wanted to change the spelling. And for a long time, I was faking it by spelling it with a Y, like Lauryn Hill.
My friend did that. She spelled her Erica with a Y instead of an ERIC.
Yeah, I have now grown up and I spell my name the proper government way.
Good job.
The way that's written on my social security card.
Good job.
But for a long time, I did do it with a Y. Because my sister has a Y, and Lauryn Hill, I just wanted to be like Lauryn Hill back in the day. But now I've accepted who I am, and I'm happy with my name. For a long time, I was like, oh, my name's so common, everybody has my name, Sophia Loren, Lauren McCall, so it's just like, so of course, when I had a child, she was not going to have a regular Jane name.
And she does not have one.
No, she does not.
Rose is common, but
Miss Rose is common.
It is. But then
it is, but Avea Rose is not common.
It's not common, no. We had a conversation about how long her name is.
Yes. And she doesn't have a middle name.
No.
She has no middle
name. She has no middle name.
It's just Avea Rose.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have another child, would you give your second child a middle name, or would you just keep it the way?
I think you should keep it. You should keep it because that's what Kim did with her kids. None of them have middle names. I feel it should be in order. Like me and my brother both have the same initial for our middle names. He has K and I have K. So that I would keep as a tradition and keep it going. But I would not give this child a middle name and not give the other child the middle name. The other child not having a middle name.
This is what I will say. I will say that if I had another child, if I had another child,
okay, let's put it out there.
Just as
yes,
we're putting it out there. If I had another child,
if
their name would have to be just as fly as Avea Rose. Yes. I feel like I can't have one child's name who to me is like heaven, like her name. I hear it and I'm like, oh,
I like heaven.
I do. I call her Vay.
Yes, I call her
my little Vay.
I know that y'all tell me it sounds like an old woman name.
That's the Rose part. I said this sound like an old woman. She ain't an old woman. She a young kitten. Okay, she ain't a cat. She a kitten.
Well, if you hear it from her lips, she says she's a woman.
I believe it. I believe it.
She's another breed.
I believe it. I believe it. That's Vay for you. Yes.
JD, would
Yes,
you change your
that's
name?
the only challenge for me. For a second child, what their name would be, it would have to be a name just as great as hers, because I can't have a child.
We're
with a
gonna
great
help you with
name
that
and
because we're gonna give you
Yes,
some
we
great
are.
names.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna help you with that. We're gonna give you
Thank
some
you,
great
ladies.
names. We
Yes,
are.
we are.
Would I change my
So,
name?
JD.
Absolutely not. This
I
name is the
bet you.
dopest name you've ever heard before. You don't know many Jades out in these streets. I went to
Nope.
school. I was the only Jade for a long time until I got into high school. And I didn't even know there was another Jade until I looked into my yearbook and saw another Jade. I said, where's this girl been? Oh, but I'm the original Jade. It's just
They
one
said,
of
"I'm
those
the
names that you
original."
don't hear often. When you do think of Jade, you think of the green color, Chinese jewelry. That's green. That's Jade, Jade jewelry.
Mhm.
So you think of
Mhm.
Jade in that aspect, but I loved my name because it wasn't common. A lot of people didn't have it. So I love Jade.
Mm.
Absolutely. Just Jade. People would be like, oh, that's such a beautiful name. I'm like, yeah, my grandmother gave it to me. Because if I let my parents have the job, I would be some common girl. And she was not born common. Okay? So my grandmother,
What was your
thank you,
name going to
Nene.
be?
Thank you. Crystal, my middle name, or Christina. Do I look like a Christina?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm a Jade.
Oh,
And I was gonna be
Christina.
an Ariel. I could have
I
had. a
like your
unique name,
Ariel.
but my mom, my dad changed it. My mom wanted Ariel. My dad went and changed it.
Oh,
But I like Ariel. You look like an Ariel.
I like Ariel.
I think
like
so
Ariel.
too. But
I
he
think
changed it.
The only
And
thing,
then
if
go on.
sorry,
No, go
I
on
think
now.
the only thing, if I was to have a seed, a child, my mom has her middle name to me. So I think I would do the same thing. My middle name is Marie, and so is her.
I did not know that.
I think that's cute.
She passed
I
it
think
on
you
to
should
me.
do that.
So
That's nice. I would do the same initial because that runs. My mom and her brother
Yeah.
have the same middle initial. Me and my
Mhm.
brother have the same middle initial. But I think I want my child's name my name to be incorporated. Or if y'all want, y'all can name your child after me. I'm okay with
Jade Marie. Ooh, Jade Marie. Ooh,
celebrity
I
named
like
Jade
that.
Marie.
I
What?
kind of like that. Let me write that down.
But I tell you what though,
Yeah.
if you could go by any alias,
Mhm.
say we were superstars and you had to come up with an alias, you could not use your name. For example, I just
man.
recently found out B. Simone's name is just not B. Simone.
What is
Right.
it?
Braylon.
Yeah.
It is?
Braylon Simone.
Yeah. Her name is Braylon. I read about that.
I thought her name was
Good.
B.
Me
Letter
too.
B.
Me too.
You thought it was really B?
No, Braylon.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I
I knew it was something, a name she
No,
was
really,
hiding.
I had a gentleman at work. His name was the letter C.
That's it.
The letter
See?
C.
That's
Like
See?
the letter
was
C.
C.
okay.
Like typed in letter C. Like that. That's it.
Like
C.
the letter of my
C.
first name.
It wasn't CEE. It was letter C.
C.
Wow.
Yes. So in truth, I thought when she came on the scene, B. Simone,
B.
I was like,
Simone.
oh, her name's B. That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
So
I guess I was the only one who did not think that, but okay.
Yeah. I sort of I like B. Simone. It sounds better
I
than
do. I do too. But I happened to be on IG and she was staying somewhere and she happened to go someplace she liked, one of her favorite places. She happened to go and they had flowers in the suite. And on the card where it says, thank you for being our guest, it said, thank you, Braylon, for being our guest. And I was like,
just like Cardi B. It's like Cardi B. Her name is not Cardi B. I love her
It's
name.
Bel-
Her name is
Belcaris.
Belcalis.
Yeah.
Belcalis.
But I would
go by Cardi B in that sense.
I would too.
Yeah.
I definitely
Yeah.
would too. Well, that's culture. You know, that's culture. So they gonna name her something else. But if I was to be a superstar and have a different name, what would it be?
What would it be?
Kind of like Marie. because that's just a little fancy, and I'm a little fancy.
You would say Marie as common
Yeah,
as that
I
is?
think, or Maria, something,
Maria.
you know, a little, and a little. So
Yes.
it would be a little bit of both. I don't know. I would have to come up with it. Let me get a talent real quick, and I'm gonna get to the name. And then
What would you
guys will
have?
know.
What would you have, La? What would your name be?
So I don't know, but I've always loved our cousin's name, Sophia. I don't know why, but I have always loved that name. Sophia or Sophie would definitely be my aliases.
I can see it.
Really? Sophia?
I can see a Sophie.
I like those names. I don't know why. And even when I was pregnant and found out I was having a girl, I was like, oh, I love the name Sophia or Fia, you know?
Ooh,
and my sister was like, no, that's so old.
It is. Some names age with time.
Yeah.
Some names just age.
Avea Rose gets older, her name's gonna fit her to the T.
Yes.
Like,
Avea Rose, I'm sorry, that's just dated. It's dated now. It's gonna be real dated when she get older.
It's an antique. That's her. She's like a vintage antique. Like she's got the new and the old.
You know what she is? She's a vintage. She's a vintage old soul. Like she really has this
old soul. I will give her that. That she is.
Really does. Cause she be in the tea. She be in the tea, and she be in the tea.
Yeah.
So she's in the tea. Mm-hmm. Me and her father today were talking, and he every 5 minutes, Avea, we're not talking to you.
See?
But mommy said, Avea, we're not talking to you. And then I interject, and I said, well, daddy told you right. We're not talking to you. Mm-hmm. But daddy said,
oh, see?
Mm-hmm. She, and you know what? Because right now she's an only child. So she feels like she's part of the adult breed. And too, because she's with her grandparents, she's with her aunt, she's with her cousin. They're all older. So she thinks she's an adult too. She's not around children to that degree. So she thinks she's an adult as well.
Mm-hmm. I have a student in not my classroom, but another classroom. And she'd be like, girl, okay, and she'll curse like an old person. I'm like, who are you with at home? And she's like, my auntie, my grandma, my daddy, my dad. And I'm like, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
You're with older people, so they're gonna talk.
So you act older, because that's all you know. Even though we grew up together, I was always with my grandparents. So I've always felt older than what I actually truly was.
Yeah, I definitely have an old soul.
Yeah, so that's just what I've been told that, oh, how old are you? And I tell them, they're like, oh, I thought you was older. I said, I don't know if I should take that good or bad, but I'm going to take it, okay? Because that's just what it is. You don't realize it sometimes. But yeah, because she's around older people. So of course she's gonna, and then she talks with us. Yeah. They're not her age level. So
and she be getting it too. She be getting a little punch, a little. She be like, mommy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So
Stevie for you.
I just, in terms of having another baby, we've got
that's a question mark. But at least we'll have some names already picked out.
Yes.
That would be nice.
And I have my unborn child's name already, so we good.
I do too. It's something with the Jade in it. Or if I could go by something else, like my alias or something like that.
What's your alias?
I like Gwen. I feel like Gwen is sophisticated. I feel like it's nice and I'm not naming my child that, but I think it's a sophisticated Gwen. Yeah, I think so.
I could see you as a Gwen.
Yeah.
Gwen. Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see you as a Gwen.
Yeah, I like Gwen. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend when she had her son, she couldn't name him right away because she wanted to see his personality. So she wanted to think of something. If I got to yell at him, I got to think of so-and-so did it. So she said she waited a minute before she named him because she wanted to see his personality as a baby. She was like, I wanted to see the type of baby he was going to be, the type of person probably could grow up to be. And those are the things that you think about when you're naming your child. You want to think of that name. A name is important. It sticks with you for life. And I think it's very important to name somebody a really good name. My mother got her name by the nurses in the hospital. They said, this baby is full of so much joy. She has a lot of joy in her. And that's how my grandmother named her Joy.
Wow.
And so that's why her name is Joy. Is she a joy? Absolutely. 10% of the time I'm ready to sell her. But the other 90, I keep her.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
The nurses were like, oh, this baby's full of so much joy. And my grandmother was
So Nene didn't have a name for her when she was.
I don't think she ever had a name for her, but I mean, she wanted her middle name to be Dior, but she was like, I felt like it would be so common. So her middle name is not Dior, but I was like, Dior would have been a pretty name. I like Dior. Yeah, I think that would have been a nice name.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the song.
And back then, that probably would have been like a celebrity name, you know?
Exactly.
Probably very common.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like you have kids Dior and all these other crazy names.
Because think about our grandparents' names. Think about their names. Their names are not common names in the way they are, and the way they aren't. They're different. They're different. They're like in that generation. You know what I'm saying?
I think my grandmother wanted to change her name because it was Betty, and I think she wanted to change it.
Mine did unofficially change her name.
She did? I didn't know that.
My grandmother's name was not really Sherry. It was longer.
Yes.
We'll say that off camera. Yeah, she changed her name.
They said it sounded like a man's name.
Oh, it did? Oh, no. I gotta ask, because I know my grandma did not like her name, and I think either she changed it to Betty or something before her name. I gotta ask.
Now, was it just Betty?
I think there was something connected to it. I just don't remember what it was. I gotta ask. Next week when we come back, I'll let you know.
Well, I want to challenge our audience. Please share with us some of your aliases.
Yes. Keep it real with us. Let us know if you got a nickname that you go by that maybe your family calls you, because you know some people got family nicknames that only the family could call them. Nobody else could call them these names but the family. So if you have a nickname your family calls you by, please share it with us. We would love to hear what it is. So I would love to hear it. And so would the ladies. Do you guys have nicknames that your immediate family, I know we call each other our nicknames, but like your parents call you and stuff like that? Do you have nicknames like that?
So growing up, and I'm not sure exactly where it came from. It either came from my dad's good friend or my dad, but my name growing up was Mouse.
Mouse?
And the reason I believe was I was premature. I was preemie, and I was apparently very, very small, like a mouse. Oh. So much so that I was smaller than a palm, like you could fit me completely in a man's hand. Yeah. So I was one of those alien looking babies that you just didn't want to look at. But you know, I grew into this and finessed all of that.
Yeah, okay.
What about you guys?
I was a jumpy bee, so I used to be called Tumbleweed because I used to do
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to do tumbleweeds all over the house, apparently. So they used to call me Tumbleweed. So, yeah.
That is cute. I actually like that. I'm not lying. I really do like that.
Now, if y'all start calling Tumbleweed, I'm like, that's not my name.
We won't call you that. We'll just call you Nelly. We'll keep it as is in this day and age. Baby girl. Well, my uncle always called me baby girl because I'm the baby and I'm the girl. So, you know, my mom still calls me baby girl. My dad sometimes calls me Cookie. Don't ask. I don't even know.
I did not know that.
But baby girl is like my well-known. My grandmother calls me baby girl. Everybody, for the most part, they'll call me baby girl. So Aaliyah wasn't the only baby girl. So when I heard that, I said, "No, I'm baby girl too."
Stole my name. She stole my
That's true. You
name.
have been always baby girl.
So what are you guys eating for dinner? Because I'm starving and I
I
don't
know.
what to
It's
eat.
always great talking to you guys. I'm
It
starving too. I'm having
is.
chicken and
Ooh, air
vegetables
fryer
and
chicken,
rice.
If
air fryer
So
chicken.
no, I actually
ooh,
I put it in the oven. So I'm having good old baked oven chicken today.
yum.
Nice.
Mixed veggies over white rice.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That does sound good.
I don't know what
I've
I'm
been wanting
having.
oxtails. Me either. I've been wanting oxtail since yesterday, so I think I'm gonna
Yes.
That sounds
With some
good.
rice and peas and cabbage.
and smother it with gravy.
Yes. A bunch of great. Yes. I don't know. Yesterday I had my little PF King. I made that with some jasmine rice. That was good. But I'm not cooking today, so we're gonna figure out on Uber Eats what we're going to get.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
DoorDash.
you.
I use DoorDash. You use Uber? You know,
I
Uber.
use
I use Uber
You
Eats.
know,
I use DoorDash sometimes. Because certain restaurants won't show up on Uber Eats. So I'll then go to
Yes.
DoorDash. But I use Uber Eats
you know-
more on a regular.
Uber Eats banned me.
Why?
Uber Eats banned me.
How?
For some reason, they think that I stole well, not stole, but that I didn't pay for a meal when I did. And for some reason, whenever if I try after whatever they did, I can't use it. I'm like banned from it for the rest of my life.
What? That is insane. Do you have a picture of you paying for the meal? Did you send it to the help desk?
Yeah, I did all of that. And it never corrected. So I said, I'm gonna go to DoorDash instead.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's horrible.
With Uber and DoorDash, sometimes I have issues where I have to uninstall the application and then reinstall it because sometimes it just will not recognize my form of payment.
Oh,
So
really?
wow. For a long time, they said I had a wrong card on there and it was the right card. But I think it might just be their system. Yeah.
Sometimes that could
sometimes
be
it's a little janky.
Yeah, it's their system, I think, that does that. So sometimes you just do what you got to do. And if it come back to you, just take a picture on your phone and send them the proof and keep it pushing. And that's it.
Have either of you signed up for that promotion with Uber? The one where you I think you get free delivery. You pay like a certain amount of money up front, like maybe $25, $30, and you don't have.
Oh, I think I heard of that. No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can't.
Because I don't use it enough, but I was thinking about getting it because for a little bit I was like getting one meal, one Uber meal at least a week. So I was like, well, even if I do it, do that for a month.
Yeah, no, I don't. And I get Uber frequently, but no. Because then you got to keep paying for those things. And some months I order out a lot. Sometimes I really don't. Sometimes, so it's like, nah. When I was taking Uber and they gave like those deals for like the car, I always did that because I took Uber all the time. But even now, I'm like, honey, y'all ain't getting no extra money from me. Here you go. Boom.
I hear you.
There was a tweet, and this woman who was ordering, I think, a small, from Starbucks, that coffee, it's a small cup, like the really small, I call it the junior size. It was $6. She took a snapshot, a picture of all the added fees that they give. The thing was her bill was $23.
That's insane. That's insane.
It went from delivery fee, service fee, tax free, Girl.
Wow.
That is insane. That's crazy. That's how they make their money, and that's how they get their money. But you know what? At the end of the day, as long as y'all send me my food, we are good to
Okay.
go. And I'm good to go
Okay.
too. Let us
I'm
know
with
what you
you.
guys order from Uber Eats. I'm talking to you guys, our beautiful, beautiful followers and audience who watch our show. Let us know what you get from Uber Eats and how you like Uber Eats or DoorDash, because DoorDash is also the wave as well. So we thank you guys so much for watching us. We appreciate you. We really do genuinely love you all for tuning in, taking time out of your day to watch Them Wise Girls. If you have a business that you want us to promote, please send us an email at themwisegirls@gmail.com, and we will definitely take a look at it. So we appreciate you. We love you always and forever. Y'all the bomb.com. And we thank you so much for watching Them Wise Girls. Have a great day. Be safe. And remember to mask up and washy them hands. Bye, everybody.